Welcome. Come on in. I know it's been a while, but I'm back and we're gonna train some shoulders and chest today. Here we are, we're in my private gym. I think I explained this in my most recent YouTube video on my channel that we had to temporarily close down the gym, but we got this private spot and I moved all of my favorite equipment in here so I have a place to continue to film content and bring you guys some training footage. So I think the last time you guys saw me, I think it was right around the Olympia. I think I was slim and sexy and had a nice shave, and now I'm a bit fat and hairy and disheveled looking, but that's okay. This is when I do my best work. So let's train. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Mad Max. That Furiosa. All right, guys, I want to show you what I did today for my pre-workout. Now, I already took this because it is a pre-workout and I like to have these ingredients in prior to training. So I took the variant 001 and this is the flavor X. This is the Nick Walker Mutant Signature Series. So if you pay attention to the dosing here, you're going to see some pretty gratuitous dosing. I think that is very indicative of the Nick Walker brand. And then all of the quality that you'd come to expect from any HD muscle product. Now, this does have creatine in it, but if you look at the dosing, it has 3 different serving sizes. It has 1/3 scoop, 2/3 scoop, and 1 full scoop. And because this is so heavily dosed, I personally only take 2/3 scoop. So it doesn't have all the creatine that I would personally want in it. So I add a scoop of the Create HD. So this is 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, mix in with about 8 to 10 ounces of water, and drink 20 to 30 minutes prior to my training. Now, I see a lot of people taking their pre-workout in the gym as they're warming up. And in my opinion, it is called a pre-workout for a reason. I wanna see these ingredients getting in about 30 minutes prior to training. That way, as we get into training and we're warming up, these ingredients are in our bloodstream and taking effect. So that is why I already drank this on my way to the gym. As you can hear in my voice, things are kicking in and I'm getting a little antsy and it's time to train. Let's go. I'm gonna start off with a rear delt movement. I do like to prioritize the rear delts earlier on in the workout. I just find that when everything else is pumped up, the shoulders, the chest, I have a hard time forcing blood into that very small muscle group. So I like to start with the rear delts when they're fresh. And it's also a great way, in my opinion, to warm up the shoulder joint. So I'm gonna start here, slowly pyramiding up in weight, and then I'm gonna crank out 2 working sets. So we're also gonna have the wife with us today. HD athlete Jasmine SHIER just earned her pro card in December, NPC Nationals.
Yeah, we're about 8 weeks post-show right now, still kind of in a bit of like a cleanup, health phase, I guess you would say. And then yeah, we'll both be taking a year off. Should be a good year just for like growth and mental recovery.
Yeah, 2024 is gonna be a year that we both just take off and take to grow and improve. Obviously her just being a new pro and myself wanting to improve on what I did last year. We just need the time to grow. And like she said, 8 weeks post-show, we're still, both of us aren't really pushing into like a hard off season at this point. Since both of us are taking the year off, we're just allowing ourselves to have the time and we're not rushing things. It's really no rush at this point. So we're just slowly easing into our off season right now. And yeah, we're both excited. Oh yeah, I forgot to say one thing when I was talking about the pre-workout. Use my code, SHIER10, hdmuscle.com, all right? SHIER10, bing, 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 bing. He'll put something on the screen that'll make it pop up every time I say that, right? Yep, okay, yeah. So you guys, as I'm doing this, what I'm trying to think about is like punching forward and lengthening the rear delt and getting as much of a stretch as possible. And then I'm driving away. So I'm punching forward and out. And I don't want to like collapse into the seat here. As you see, if I fully lengthen the arm and I'm tall through the chest, that's only going to help me get a better stretch on my rear delts. So fully lengthened and then fully shortened. One thing that I see a lot of people doing, and I don't have the mobility to do it, but I'll see some people coming all the way back and like clapping their hands behind their back, just completely unnecessary and kind of weird. I don't know how people do that, but the range of motion for the rear delt is actually quite short. So really here, bam, that's fully shortened. Anything past that, you're just retracting the scapula and recruiting rhomboids at that point, and that's not what we're trying to train. Top set there. I'm gonna slightly back off the weight for a back off set, do one more working set, and then we'll get in some pressing. Jasmine raised the seat and I didn't lower it, so the whole set felt a little weird. So moving on from the rear delts, and this is gonna be my first pressing movement of the day. I'm gonna do this Nautilus overhead press. Old school, old faithful, trusty, rusty. So with any pressing movement, what I really like to think about is gonna be joint alignment. So making sure I'm stacking wrist over elbow. That way, as I drive, I'm just driving as efficiently as possible without putting my arms in any compromising position. A lot of times what you'll see, some people holding in too narrow, and then you'll just see too much flexion in the arm to where you're just kind of putting a lot of stress on the elbow joint and the wrist. So if you think about that pressure coming down through the wrist and then the torque through the elbow. So I just like to make sure those things are aligned. That way that force is straight from the hand, wrist, elbow. And same goes for holding too wide, where you're sat here and again, you're in that weird compromised position where you're not gonna be pressing with as much, with as much force or just as efficiently. It is a little bit chilly in here. And my videographer is here wearing shorts, look. Yeah, so this is like, we're just talking about this. He used to be a fat kid growing up. He's still got the fat kid in him. He's the fat kid that was on the playground when it was snowing and he was wearing shorts. Here he is, tall, handsome, slim, no longer fat kid, still wearing shorts in the winter. Get the HD burn.
Yeah, seriously. SHIER 10.
SHIER 10, yeah. I'm a little fat right now, so it's okay. And I do take my Burn HD every morning prior to fasted cardio. Code SHIER 10. Okay. All right, guys, as you saw, I just did this for 2 reps. That's the set before my top set. I'm just feeling out the weight, getting acclimated before I move up. There's no reason for me to do this for a set of 8, 10 reps. That's just only going to cut back on what I'm able to do on my top set. Now, I don't want to underperform my top set, so I'm just gonna do a double here like I did, preserve my energy, and then give everything to that top working set. Good. There we go, perfect. Did you plan that with the nails and the green hoodie? You told your nail lady, you're like, I need to match this sweet new
That box helped.
HVYD hoodie I got, code SHIER.
Code Jazzy 10.
Oh, yeah, but not this. Not this.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You know, maybe.
we should arrange that.
Yeah, we should. Dorian, come on. Variant pre-workout, don't let me down. Two more. Up. Oh yeah. all good. Thank you. Perfect spot.
Great job.
Thanks, Jazz. All right. All right. Top set completed. I'm gonna peel that quarter, do a back off set here with just 4 plates, and then we will move on. Oh shit. Next movement is gonna be this cuffed lateral raise. So I'm actually gonna do a Y raise. So instead of just like a traditional lateral raise where I'm coming out here, I'm going to come more into a Y. So this will be the movement opposed to out to the side like this. So you guys see, arm is straight out in front of me, bracing here, and then bam, right into the Y. Just a variation for side delts, one I really enjoy. Now kiss me. Oh yeah. She got Betty Davis eyes. Yeah, she just got a featured photo. This is, we did a Halloween event at the old gym. Look at Sarah Connor and the Terminator. That's a damn good Sarah Connor.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then, oh, look at my belly. Fat in New York. That's that series. Oh, there we go. Mad Max. That Furiosa. It's so annoying. Look at the vibe this thing's putting off. Very important. Vibes are important. And Sony comes off with like the roller skating rink style strobe lighting. When it comes to finishing off those laterals, I really do like to go into partials. That's one of my favorite intensifiers for really any movement. So like the lengthened partials, so there at the bottom when I'm at the fully stretch, that goes for anything. Even at the bottom of a press, if you finish your pressing movement, just finishing off with a few presses in that lengthened range, pull downs, just finishing off with a few pulls in that full stretch position. It is a very beneficial thing, and honestly, all the literature and data would show you that that's where the most hypertrophy takes place, is in the fully lengthened position. So don't be afraid to take advantage of those end range partials. This is gonna be my next pressing movement. It's gonna be this seated Atlantis chest press. Now I know I said it's a chest and shoulder day. This will be the only chest movement I do. I have a full chest day at the beginning of the week. I just wanna add some additional frequency to help bring up my chest. That was one thing that the judges said after the Olympia, is that they'd like to see me a little folded through the chest. So that's why I'm gonna be implementing this on my shoulder day. I'm just gonna do 3 straight sets here, pick a weight, nail it for 3 sets, and move on. And with this, I really like to get a big, tall chest. With a machine, I feel very comfortable and very safe getting this big of a stretch, nice and tall through the chest, and bam, big hard contraction. Hold that squeeze for a second, and then control back into a big stretch. And I like to spend some time here. I don't want to rush in and out of these end ranges. I want to come into the stretch, spend some time there loaded in the stretch, bam, squeeze, and hold that squeeze for a second as well. And when it comes to contracting the chest, what I really like to think about, opposed to just like locking out my arms, I want to think about jamming my biceps, bam, into the pecs. I want to think about bringing the arm together and really fully shortening the pecs, like not just here. Look at the difference between this right here and this right here. Like you can just see the contraction of my chest. I'm tall through the chest, fully contracted, big stretch. I'm not just like this, right? Big difference between this and that. Okay, now that I'm really fatigued from showing you guys all that, I'm gonna take a bit of a break and then we'll get to work. Jeez. Up here? Just kidding. Here. Sorry. You know me. Let me see. I want to try because I'm actually fat. Help me! Oh, ow, my elbow. I've got an elbow issue that I forgot existed until just now. That didn't feel good at all. I'll be fine. Oh boy, those felt great. If you guys notice, at the bottom of those, I'm just sitting in that stretch and spending some time fully lengthened, like I talked about before on the laterals. Spend some time in that fully lengthened position. So you guys notice, even on that last rep, I brought it down and I sat and I held that for 2 seconds before I ended my set, just to get that much more out of your set. You know, a lot of people just dump that last rep. Get every bit you can out of every single rep. That last rep is a great opportunity to get even more out of. You don't have to worry about one more rep. So spend some time where it sucks and you'll grow. I know a lot of you guys are watching me train and you're thinking, wow, this guy is a machine. He is unstoppable. How does he have so much endurance? How does he do what he does? I'm gonna show you guys. Intra HD. This product right here is built for energy, endurance, hydration, recovery. This right here is how I stay fueled to do what I do, to get through these hard workouts, to push for that extra rep, to do that extra set, to be the best me I can be. Go to hdmuscle.com, use my code SHIER10, get yourself some Intra HD. This is the watermelon flavor, my personal favorite. Get yours. Next movement is gonna be dumbbell lateral raises. So for me, I like to strap up. I don't want my grip to be the limiting factor. I don't want to think about holding onto the dumbbells. I just want to think about lifting my arms and contracting the side delts and forget about my hands. So strapping up can preserve the forearms, and I also deal with a little bit of elbow tendonitis, so this helps from over gripping. So nothing but good things coming from this, in my opinion. When we're doing these lateral raises, I don't want to be coming out directly to my side. What I really want to be doing is coming out to the side and slightly in front of me, right? That's just going to be a more natural plane for the arms to move in, opposed to being out here where you're going to be dealing with like a little bit of impingement from the shoulders. So nice upright position. I'm not rocking and swaying with the weight. I'm staying fixed. And I'm only moving at the arms. Bam. Bam. If you have a low back pump at the end of your lateral raises, you did it wrong. So in my opinion, this is one of the most abused movements as far as an execution standpoint goes. So many people using way too much weight, swaying, body English, driving through the hips, bent elbows, shrugging. Man, you guys really need to pay attention to the fact that most of the top guys, like this right here, 35-pound dumbbell. That was a hard set of 12 for me. Granted, we're towards the end of the workout, but I see kids with no muscle doing 50-pound lateral raises and then walking away like this. Oh. All right, so that's top set, back off set. I'm gonna repeat that weight one more time for a third set, and then I'm gonna cut that weight in half for a drop set. So side laterals, that's one thing I'm not afraid to get a lot of volume in on. I feel like the side delts can take a lot of abuse. It's like a low impact movement, not hard on the CNS. Like I could probably do 5 straight sets of lateral raises and be perfectly fine. When's the last time you did lateral raises and like your shoulders were too sore, you know? So I think it's one of those body parts that can just take a lot of volume and a lot of abuse. So like I said, 3 sets with a drop here. Okay, love you. Bye, sweetie. I'll see you soon. Content going down for the HD Muscle YouTube page. Keep your eyes peeled. Coming soon. that is it for shoulders. Now, I'm gonna do one bicep movement at the end of this workout. I'm gonna use this Strive preacher curl, in my opinion, one of the best preacher curl machines on the market. If you guys aren't familiar, it has these 3 different pegs to target load each range. It's like the mid-range, beginning range, end range. So I'm gonna start by loading the middle, and I'm gonna put a little weight up top, which will load it in the fully stretched position. That way it's hardest when the muscles stretch, load comes off in the contraction. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna peel a little bit of weight and do one more set. Okay, that's it for chest, shoulders, and biceps. You know, I explained before that we had to transition out of the public gym into this private space, and it's just been kind of just an acclimation period, just time working, moving, transferring things. But now we're here, we're settled in, and I'm gonna get back to regularly producing content for you guys. So you'll be seeing more of me, and I appreciate everybody standing by my side while I had this little down phase, but we're back, ready to rock, and I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one.